Good morning, students. I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine and safe along with your family members. Today I'll continue the chapter Discovering Tut. The saga continues. In previous tutorial I told you about King Tutankhamun. He was an Egyptian king, and when he was only 9, 10, 11 years old he became king, and when he was only 19 years old he died. Some people think that he died due to malaria. Some people think that it was a natural death. But there are people who believe that he was murdered. It was not a natural death. So Carter, who was a British archaeologist, he he discovered mummy of Tut, and to know about the actual reason of death, his body was CT scanned. So let's begin. The mummy is in very bad condition because of what Carter did in the 1920s, said Jahi Hawa, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, as he leaned over the body of a long first look. Carter Howard Carter, that is was the British archaeologist who was in 1922 discovered Tut's tomb after years of futile searching. Its contents, though hastily ransacked in antiquity, were surprisingly complete. They remain the richest royal collection ever found and have become part of the Pharaoh's Legion. So, in previous tutorial I told you that his body was CT scanned on 5th January 2005. So, it is now 5th January 2005. But when? It is the date of CT scan. Body on this date, his body was CT scanned. But before this, in 1922, Carter also examined body of Tut, because he discovered this mummy, and then he examined this. So because of that, mummy was in very bad condition. The full name of Carter is Howard Carter, who was a British archaeologist, and in 1922 he discovered Tut's tomb, and for many years he was searching, and after that he examined. So this was the richest royal collection ever found and have become part of Pharaoh's Legion. Stunning artifacts in gold, their eternal brilliance meant to guarantee resurrection, caused a sensation at the time of the discovery and still get the most attention. But Tut was also buried with and still get the most attention. But Tut was also buried with everyday things he would want in the afterlife: board games, a bronze razor, linen undergarments, cases of food and wine. So these things, when this mummy was discovered, they found that all these things were there with dead body. So as we all know that in previous time, in past, people, it was belief of people that there is after death also there is a life, and if all these things will be kept with that dead body, then afterlife that person will enjoy all these things. In our country also, if we talk about Sati Pratha, if you are aware about Sati Pratha, so what is the reason, what was the basic thought that a lady was burnt with dead body of her husband. So this was a thought that after death also that man needs somebody to take care, or a companion. So because of this, Sati Pratha was there in our country also, that after that also that man or that person, he needs somebody to take care, and who will look after him and who will help him, who will assist him. So that is why Sati Pratha was there, that after life also that lady will serve that person. So here also, here we can see that in many countries we have come to know about these things, that they believe that there is life after death also. So whenever somebody would die, they would keep many things with that dead body to enjoy after life. So here also you can see that with Tut's body there were board games, bronze razor, linen undergarments, and cases of food, means boxes of food, and even wine also. After months of carefully recording the pharaoh's funerary treasures, Carter began investigating his 3 nested coffins. Opening the first, he found a shroud means coffin, adorned, means decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves. So this is important line. Sometimes this line comes in exam, that what flowers were there. So there were garlands of willow, name of a flower, and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers, the faded evidence of a burial in March or April. Sometimes this question comes, that how can we say that death of Tut was either in March or April? So answer is that time his flowers of willow and olive leaves. So in March, April, we can see willow flowers and olive leaves. So when we have read here that there were garlands of willow and olive leaves, so after that we can assume, we can guess that his death was either in March or April. When he finally reached the mummy, though he ran into trouble, the ritual's resins had hardened, cementing to the bottom of a solid gold coffin. So here you can see his coffin was made of gold, not wood. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Carter wrote later what was to be done. So and here it is description of how Carter went there and he tried to open, but it was very difficult for him, because that coffin was of solid gold and his body was just attached, completely attached with that coffin. It was very difficult, in fact impossible, to take body out from that coffin. The sun can beat down like a hammer this far south in Egypt, and Carter tried to use it to loosen the resins. For several hours he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing budged. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise the king's remains. Now when he tried hard, but he was talking about Carter, he could not take that money out of that coffin. Then an idea came in his mind, that sun. Sometimes we also keep things outside, So he thought that sun is powerful, and if we will keep that mummy outside, then it will be melted and it will be easy to take that mummy out of that coffin. So he kept that box with body of Tut outside in the sun. And what was the temperature? 149 degree, right? But nothing budged. After that, despite of keeping in the sun for several hours, still it was not easy. It was not possible to take that or raise that body, king's remain means king's body, out of that box. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. If he had not cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. So here, now Carter, what he does, he cuts. And what reason, what logic he gave to cut when he cut the body of Tut. He said that if I will not cut, then what will happen? Thieves will come to get that gold and other expensive things, because in Tut's time royals were fabulously wealthy. They were wealthy and they hoped, it was their belief, that hope that they could take their riches with them. So after the death of rich people, after the death of king or ministers, so they would keep expensive things with dead body. So here Carter says that now I have to cut body of Tut to take out from that box, otherwise thieves will take all these things and they will destroy this mummy. For his journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavished with glittering goods, precious collars, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, rings, amulets, a ceremonial apron, sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes, and the now iconic inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. So here is description of all the things which were kept with the mummy of King Tut, with dead body of King Tut. To separate Tut from his adornments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding. The concealed the damage, the bed where Tut now rests. So this, in this paragraph and previous paragraph, is description about Carter's, means it's past 1922, description of 1922 when Carter found that mummy and he examined with his team. So now what Carter did, that he cut his head first and then all the body parts, his body parts, means every major joint, to examine King Tut's body. And after that, when they were done with their work, again what they did, that on a layer of sand, now they used wooden box. And they put sand inside that wooden box, and then after that they concealed, means they hide. Conceal means hide. So they tried to hide the damage, means they kept all the parts inside, and after that they put what? Sand, so that this damage can be hidden. Now it's time for homework, students. Today's homework I'll give you to watch a movie. And which movie? Movie about King Tut. There are many short movies. If you will use YouTube with the consent of your parents, there are short movies about Tut. So 1, 2, 3 movies you can watch, and it will help you a lot to understand this chapter. So with this, I wish you good health. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.